Illegal clearing of forest continues in Habjan, Rongplim Plum Road. Locals accuse Forest Department of laxity. Angry mob in Lanka target commuters from Karbi Anglong in protest over killing in the Mahasau. Hello viewers, good morning. You're watching Karbi Anglong Live English Primetime News. Now the news in details. The illegal clearing of jungle in Sibunsiba forest along the Habjan Rongplim Plum Road continues unabated till today. Even after a series of appeals from local public and forest department officials, the perpetrators are still clearing the forest and their number is increasing every other day. Despite several warnings issued by the Forest Department, land encroachers from different parts of Karbi Anglong are yet to stop cutting the jungle to build a village in the forest track, which have so far been serving as livelihood source to the locals. On Saturday, hundreds of them came and carried out their work undisturbed by anyone. They have ignored the appeals of the locals as well as the warning issued by the authority. According to sources, the Forest Department personnel did not dare to stop the encroachers, fearing retaliation. The forest personnel came in very few numbers, whereas the encroachers were in hundreds. Finding themselves outnumbered, they were forced to remain mute spectators even as the forests were destroyed before their own eyes. Locals and several intellectuals have slammed the Forest Department for their lack of competence and say that they had utterly failed to assert their full power and authority. Locals further charge that the department is not serious enough about the extremely serious matter, stating that they only issue warnings but are not taking strong action against the mob, which have only emboldened the encroachers. While expressing serious consequences over the current scene, locals pointed out that if a village is allowed to set up in the forest area, it would be a death knell for the Forest Department. It may be mentioned that local citizens have already submitted memorandums to the KAL Forest Board Chairman, Deputy Commissioner as well as the DFO of the area seeking intervention into the matter. However, all the assurances given by the leaders and officials are turning into lies. News Desk report, Karbi Anglong Live. Hundreds of angry men marched on the streets of Lanka town on Saturday to protest over the recent killings of 5 persons by unknown persons at Rangers Bill in the Mahasau. The mob resorted to attacking public vehicles in the presence of police personnel. Among the 5 persons who were killed on Wednesday night were from Lanka. People here were demanded strong investigation into the matter and exemplary punishment against the culprits. Hundreds of the angry protesters who took to the streets of Lanka town attacked several vehicles moving on the road. Several people from West Karbi Anglong and the Mahasau were targeted the most by the protesters. A resident of West Karbi Anglong who went to Lanka to buy some materials had been targeted by the mob and his car was attacked, but luckily escaped serious injury due to timely intervention of some police who were outnumbered by the mob. After this incident, victims of the attack have urged the people of Lanka to restrain themselves and avoid communalizing the incident, which could spoil the relations among different communities. The victim, along with other public, asserted that public should not suffer for the mistake or crime of the extremists.
Just ita ami Lanka jabo bisarisu titia bostu kinibo kane ita rastar sob group mia manubra group hoy kini unnecessary amak attack korise glasses bhangise without reason
কি বুলি কলে তেওঁলোকে
ইহঁতে কৈছে road blockage ita ami ঘুরে আহোতে এটেক কৰিলে সেইটো ঘটনাটো কিবা ইনচিলৰ ঘটনা কিবা আছিলে মই নাজানো সেইটো ঘটনাটি মানে আমাক এটেক কৰিছে এইটো S09 গাড়ী আছে আমি কৈছো আমিতো ইয়াত লোকেল আমি এনচিলৰ মানুহ নহয় হ'লেও কিন্তু আমাক গ্লাছ ভাঙি দিছে স্ক্ৰেচ এইবিলাক বডেৰ ভাঙি দিছে পিছফালে লাট চাট মাৰি দিছে সেইটো মানে এতিয়া কমিউনেল ক্লেছ কৰিবৰ কাৰণে ক্ৰিয়েট কৰি আছে
তাত পুলিচ প্ৰশাসন আছিলে নেকি
পুলিচবিলাক আছিলে কিন্তু পুলিচবিলাকক কণ্ট্ৰল কৰিব পৰা নাই পুৰা মব আছে 100টা মানুহ গোট হৈ আছিলে
কোনখিনিত এইটো
এইটো আপোনাৰ লংকা নোপোৱা মানে
ইছলাম বস্তি
दिमासा में जो घटना हुआ है वो चीज़ सब पब्लिक का ऊपर ब्लेम नहीं करना है वो पर्टिकुलर वो एक इलीगल आदमी लोग है वो अटैक कर उसी को पनिशमेंट देनी चाहिए अभी पब्लिक को क्यों टॉर्चर करेंगे हम लोग पब्लिक तो दुश्मन नहीं है हम लोग पब्लिक के अपने काम करने के लिए जा रहे हैं हम लोग क्यों अटैक करेंगे वो हो गया एक खराब सिचुएशन हो सकता था ये
Mohanteron report from Phelangpi, Karbi Anglong Live. Under the initiative of the Karbi Maker Welfare Society, the first ever Karbi bi-monthly news magazine from the Dumra region was launched on Saturday. The magazine has launched under the name Karbi Birta. Here is a report. The inauguration event was held at Sukapha Bhawan in Guwahati City. Several dignitaries from various organizations including AITSAA Chief Advisor Arindam Prince Pangjin, President Sunil Kumar Teron, writer Sarala Katharpi, writer Giridhar Ronghang, DIET Diet Professor Bhubaneswar Ingti, General Secretary Bangthe Asem Mahendra Ronghang, Thakur Ronghang from Karbi Adarbar, KDC Vice President Dilip Taro, Tiva Council EM Pares Ronghang among others were present at the launch event. The magazine is a result of the efforts put by Karbi Development Council Chairman Ranjit Ronghang and his entire team. The magazine will act as a mouthpiece of the Karbis living outside the hill districts of Assam. The editorial team has expressed immense hope and confidence that it will work to address the issues of the plain Karbis in particular and the whole Karbis in general.
Karbi Maker Welfare Society আজি যিখন কাৰ্বি বিৰতা নামৰ ধৰ্মীয় বাৰ্তা আলোচনী উন্মোচন কৰিলে ই আমাৰ কাৰণে কাৰ্বি জাতিটোৰ কাৰণে এক মাইলৰ খুঁটি হ'ব বুলি মই অনুভৱ কৰোঁ কিয়নো এনেকুৱা এখন বাৰ্তা আলোচনী আমাৰ বাবে অতিকে প্ৰয়োজন আছিল যিহেতু আমাৰ এই কাৰ্বি জনগোষ্ঠীটো বিশেষকৈ কাৰ্বি আংলঙৰ বাহিৰত বসবাস কৰা যিসকল কাৰ্বি তেওঁলোকৰ এশবিধ সমস্যা তেওঁলোকে এই বাৰ্তা আলোচনীখনত তেওঁলোকে আলোকপাত কৰিব পাৰিব তেওঁলোকে
এটা সামাজিক অনুষ্ঠান এই সামাজিক অনুষ্ঠানৰ উদ্যোগত আজি যিখন কাৰ্বি বিৰতা নামৰ আমি দুমহীয়া মাহেকীয়া বাৰ্তা আলোচনী আমি প্ৰকাশ কৰিছোঁ আমি আশা কৰিছোঁ আমাৰ যি ভৈয়ামত বসবাস কৰা কাৰ্বিসকলৰ এখন এটা বাটপটীয়া হ'ব আমাৰ উঠি অহা চামে যিবিলাক লিখা যিবিলাক প্ৰকাশৰ কৰাৰ কাৰণে যিটো মানে মাধ্যম নাই সেইটো মাধ্যম হিচাপে হ'ব বুলি আমি আশা ৰাখিছোঁ আৰু আমি সমূহ কাৰ্বি ৰাইজক অনুৰোধ জনাব বিচাৰিছোঁ যে তেখেতসকলে যাতে তেখেতসকলৰ লিখনিসমূহ আমাৰ এই লিখনিৰ জৰিয়তে প্ৰকাশ কৰে তেতিয়াহে আমাৰ আলোচনীখন চলি থাকিব আৰু আমি ৰাইজকো অনুৰোধ কৰিব বিচাৰিছোঁ যাতে প্ৰত্যেক ঘৰ মানুহেই যাতে আমাৰ এই আলোচনীখন গ্ৰহণ কৰে তেতিয়া আমি ভৱিষ্যতে এই আলোচনীখন আমি চলাই থাকিব পাৰিম বুলি আমি আশা ৰাখিছোঁ।
Nitiraj Ronghang from Sonapur, Karbi Anglong Live. With eyes on the Karbi Anglong Autonomous Council election, the All-Party Hills Leaders Conference on Friday formed its youth wing in Akhoiputa under the Nilip MSC constituency. Here's a report from our Chugihola correspondent. The APHLC Akhoiputa Polling Station Youth Wing was formed in a meeting held on Friday. The meeting was chaired by APHLC Nilip Youth Wing President Regon Pangcho and was attended as chief guest by APHLC Central Committee Vice President Rajesh Tiso. Other guests who attended the meeting include APHLC Nilip Youth Wing General Secretary Darwin Teron and Assistant Secretary Mirdali Pangchopi. The youth wing of the regional party was formed after several minutes of intense discussion. Later in the meeting, Harbamon Ingti was appointed as president, while Jonathan Crow was appointed as vice president of the newly formed APHLC Akhoiputa Polling Station Youth Wing. In addition to this, Darwin Tiso and Andrio Pangcho were appointed as secretary and assistant secretary respectively. While speaking at the meeting, APHLC Central Committee Vice President Rajesh Tiso reasserted their party's demand for electoral roll for KAAC election and deletion of non-STs names from the KAAC Council voter list. In addition to this, he also stated that trading license should be cancelled and jobs should be reserved for locals. He also asserted that election victory is a must in order to be able to implement and fulfill their party's aims and objectives. Sanjay Crow's report from Chukihula for Karbi Anglong Live. Seeing the deterioration of the village road, the Rongkuroi Rongrupa Church and local villagers carried out road repair work in their village under the Rongkhang MSC constituency, West Karbi Anglong district. Our correspondent has sent us this report. The road repair work was led by Rongkuroi Rongrupa village headman Julius Terang and was joined by several members of the village and the church. During the day, the church members and villagers cleared bushes, filled up potholes and leveled the village road, which has worsened due to the appalling low quality of sand gravel road work earlier carried out in the area stretching 2 kilometers. Rongkuroi Rongrupat village headman told Karbi Anglong Live that their village do not have electricity and Pakka road, due to which the villagers and especially the students are constantly affected by it. In addition to this, the village headman through the KAL Karbi Anglong Live has urged upon MP Horen Singh Bay and MLA Rup Singh Teron to look into their problems and take necessary measures to solve their problems of the lack of basic needs and infrastructure.
Nili non kedolake rong khangan detensier lo rong korek hawa rong sidolok la sipini dak nili rang penang theklong lo dak pina anara da tum tingum sila puson si sai claim theklong lo la si kumara tum sila bang so sai claim ala pen kopi sila bang so sai claim non dak bang so rong long asar thedo la selang ni panle tomar juponang la kaduk avelam stame ala tum kopi the sipini la bang so arong long kam ke claim ma kopi sai si claim pon mal pen kopi si claim pon nang kok ma la bang so puthak la tum tarda kalam chini jipan tum non along nom rong asar thedo la si rong asar thebana la kaduk avelam stame arjupona
Bini nilitum keklem ponangkok alam theke lalo rongarlo rubarlo towar kahino penajok dak nilitum rongrupat amonduli boy pensi nilitum social work bedonangi pusi nilitum adontin bangini banget hompupelo bang haru isi andaga hisap tingrum si dagla kilometer hini laposon towar ligbub ligwor dopik penaposi nilitum methanga rongaru balong towar kahino kakaren nangka we penceng lok lagadu kawe nilitum la bosonsi rada tum chingrum si rong met hanga chepek la ye fansi nilitum la bang sosai deng ponlo la pen ladak nilitum arong lokda dak kristana rong amonduli lokda monduli podo la pen nili monduli rong rupat terang arong along bang la ke don toksikera ke pomdo lalo la sitowar kahino ong pen apot la sinilitum tiar lo garib ihin pen puk khana jan hoi pen wangi lata longni long thom mane gari wang ne keso jirlo phirlo punon gari ke ponji pone kasik sa gocha.
Report from Dongkamukam, Karbi Anglong Live. Pongve Kro villagers on Friday have denied news report against EM Khonsing Rongpi, stating that the allegation against the local MSC was made by individuals with vested interests. The villagers stated that they are with EM Khonsing Rongpi and would continue to support him. The press conference by Pongve Kro villagers was led by polling station president and village elders. During the press conference, the villagers say that the information which was circulated in social media was baseless and asserted that they would continue to vote for him in the upcoming MSC election with 100% votes. The villagers stated that the fake information was circulated with the aim of tarnishing his image. Further, the villagers stated that they are continuing with their effort to identify the individual involved in spreading fake news and will be brought to justice.
Kidamtang Arni ili tumhan labangso anong no nang ipi medical yem apan kro rongarat kroi bang ali mate ahe ma chetai ta chat pawe thi benarong ta chi safai thi pu ili tumhan anong no nang ju labangso alam aptak sipini ili tum media angno ilitum cetong inang kong lo lapen koma abang fulusi labang su press media tipi ma labang ilitum sini lo bote ilitum action NG lapen ilitum ke yem lo ladak dos nong auragat komosti medical yem afan ke nil tum kadu we rong sita kroyet kadu we isu ejang lapen de sarmar sarlar tumanta alang liphan ke kroyet lapen alang li keng risidu kedam tang election a huta nil tum ke alang li si la bangso polling ben ke haidet la si nil tum han arong asorta kroy kri ku bangke laki ahogalam kali cobai bino masih nili amat si yes long ta presiden iglo masih lamang so yes long ki nil tum sa haipon le pen kaprega dolo tum ke haipon ule masih non ke wangji MSC election ta nang te kodok dok lo masih labang ke cobai nil tum haipon tuji la iem medical yem han nili tumarong arong sor ta kroi kri hema cetai ta charpo the arong sor ta kroi kri inuta alam kroi bang we ku bang ke cobai bino na ka ho kali sini tum ke kadu we ta kroi et lang li keng di situ na pen nil tum alang li phan ke non ke wain ta tiket alang li le palong thuna usinil tum ke kadu we ta kyung jumi tidun
Harsing Rongpi from Habarkihat and Sarpang Ring Tigathar from Langhin for Karbi Anglong Live. Well, that is all we have with us for today. Thank you for watching Karbi Anglong Live. Have a good day.